Super Talk 99.7 WTN. As promised, I'm jumping back onto the phones. 615-737-9986. Several folks wanted to comment on a call we had earlier today with Glenn. If you missed it, boy, it was as they say, it was a doozy. A doozy. One way or the other, if you missed it, you can find it on the podcast. You can find it on the replay. You can find it on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. All of that is available to you at Supertalk 99.7 WTN. You can find more at 997WTN.com, or you can go to those various positions and find us there. We invite you to go to the talk side of things on the television side, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Rumble. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Rumble. I am found over on the YouTube side of things, and you're welcome to join us there, where there's a great, robust chat going on that is unmonitored. I warn you that it is an unmonitored chat. Then there's the phone line, 615-737-9986. No Kings rallies happening Saturday. Congratulations. We still have no Kings. I'm waiting on a robust explanation as to exactly what the liberals are asking for, except that they don't like Donald Trump's policies. The remedy that they have through the courts, per our Constitution, is to challenge his legal authority to do certain things. They've been doing so. They've won a few of the battles. They've lost most of them. That is the proper remedy, so I'm not exactly sure what they're asking for, except a redo with regard to our democratic process. They claim to love democracy until such time as they lose, and then they don't like it so much. In the meantime, we've got lots of other matters going on, to include locally, and I'm going to tell you about this after I get to phone calls. Locally, there's already a wrongful death lawsuit that has been filed as a result of this munitions plant explosion. We have an update for you with that situation coming up in just a couple of minutes, and an update with regard to the federal government shutdown. But right now we go back to the phones. Matt joins us next with a thought on the influence of the Jewish state. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good.
What's on your mind, brother?
Well, just calling in to kind of talk about what Glenn was talking about, just kind of the influence and control that Israel, not so much Jewish, but the Israel control has over the U.S., especially regarding AIPAC.
Sure. Tell me what AIPAC is.
Well, AIPAC it's American Israel lobby that's mostly funded by people who fund a bunch of donors that fund the AIPAC, and then they use that funding pool to basically buy politicians. So
probably
that's a high.
Would you say that? Would you say that? I know it's fair. I mean, it's a perfectly acceptable summary in my opinion. Would you say that AIPAC is more, less, or equally as influential in American politics as the pharmaceutical industry?
I would say it is. I would say it's more
influential than the pharmaceutical industry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that AIPAC is more, less, or equally as influential as the NRA?
I do agree that the NRA has a pretty nasty control over Republican politicians, just like how pharmaceutical has a pretty nasty control over Democratic politicians, but AIPAC has control over both sides of the party.
But they don't control all of the politicians, or do they, in your opinion?
Well, I don't know about all of them, but a pretty good portion, to the point where they get these nice little funded trips over to the Holy Land.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and NRA funds junkets. Other lobbying organizations fund junkets. My question then is, if you believe that AIPAC has undue influence on American politicians and the manner in which they vote, if you feel like they create a dynamic by which these individuals vote more in the interest of Israel than they do their constituencies, I mean, I think the ultimate answer for that would be that the constituencies vote them out of office. That would be the easy answer. But more broadly, then what should we as a nation do about that? Should we shut AIPAC down?
No, I think AIPAC's important. I just think that it should be held to the same standards that other foreign lobbyist groups get. So, it's pretty popular online.
Sir, it's not a foreign lobbyist group.
Okay, so what is Israel? Is Israel not a foreign country?
No, Israel is a foreign country, but these are American individuals that are lobbying to create a dynamic by which the elected politicians do what they believe is in the best interest of the partnership with America and Israel. I'm just separating. If it was a foreign entity that was funding the lobbyist organization, they could not lobby in the same fashion that they do. But they're they're well investigated in terms of where their monetary sources come from, and their monetary sources come from here in the United States of America. I'm just trying to keep it straight that you said they're a foreign lobbyist organization. They're not a foreign lobby. They're an American lobbyist organization lobbying in favor of the interest of Israel.
Okay. So that's why it's not registered under FARA.
Correct.
Okay. And so this lobbyist group gets a lot of money to help Israel's campaign in foreign countries, like 7 other countries that they've attacked and stuff like that. So that's what it's for.
Yeah, I mean, they are lobbying for the interests, which is what a special interest group does. Their interests, and if they believe it is in the best interest of the United States of America to keep a good and solid relationship with Israel, or if their goal is to promote better relationships with Israel for the purpose of elevating Israel, as long as they are Americans that are funding it, and it's coming from nationalized resources as opposed to international resources, they don't have to register as a foreign lobbying organization. Now, I should. There are plenty of people that would argue me down that they don't take money from foreign interests, but I would suggest that if you just go look at the money, then I've seen no evidence that it is not the case that they are following the rules that they are required to follow.
Okay. So I guess my question is, why is it so important to, fund a foreign country with a lot of U.S. dollars?
We believe that it is, the United States has traditionally believed that it is in America's interest that Israel, A, maintain its existence, and B, maintain a democracy in that region of the world.
Okay, why is it?
They're an ally surrounded by. I mean, you can argue that it's not. That's fine. You can make that argument, and if enough people win elections, I'm in favor of eliminating all foreign aid until we get our national debt crisis in order. So you're talking to somebody that would agree that we need to eliminate all foreign sources of aid. So I don't necessarily agree with any of the money that. Now I agree with technology sharing, and I believe that the United States of America.
Same.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and I just found it very interesting that this foreign country gets significantly more amount of money to fund their campaigns or wars that we get involved in when we have still Western North Carolina, not really supported by the hurricane disaster relief. That just really bothers me a lot when I see that the U.S. is, in the last 2 years spent 4 or 5 times more supporting this foreign country's efforts to protect themselves, I guess, and instead of helping our own citizens. So, and I think that also comes from the influence that we get from AIPAC.
I've spoken to people who live over in the western portions of North Carolina, Asheville, Fairview, and we've had regular conversations in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, and they tell me that they believe that that they have been funded adequately by the federal government. What more do you believe that the federal government needs to do for those people?
Well, I just have one friend that lives out there. He lives off I-40, right near where it was destroyed. And it appears that there's just not a whole lot of help And in terms of rebuilding.
What help has your friend not received?
Oh, well, he hasn't said specifically, but I imagine it has to do with rebuilding the infrastructure, clearing out the debris, helping out families that don't have resources, stuff like that.
Well, if the broader argument, I would suggest that particularly since Donald Trump has taken over, that we've seen maximum levels of resources through the Federal Emergency Management Agency go to that region of the world. But more broadly, if your argument is that we need to take care of our folks here at home before we take care of foreign interest, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. And secondarily, I believe that we need to take care of our debt interests here at home before we take care of any other foreign entities. I would agree with you there.
Yeah, and that's just kind of the point I was making. I'm not saying don't help out a foreign country and all stuff like that, but we do have more favorable interests to help out our citizens with our own tax dollars, because I think if Israel's not paying our taxes, they shouldn't get our tax dollars. Now,
before we let you go ahead and tell everyone how you believe that I'm getting money from Israel.
Oh, no, I was just...
You're just messing around. You just messing around. You. Oh, well, very good. Very good. That's all fair, brother. I mean, I do the same. Look, I appreciate the conversation, and look,
I do too. Yeah,
I think I think it's a very reasonable conversation that Matt and I just had. Sadly, with Glenn, it started off on a bad foot, and I think that there are legitimate and reasonable criticisms of our relationship between the nation of Israel and the United States of America. And there are reasonable people that believe that we are focused on too many foreign interests, to include Israel, and not enough American interests. That is a worthy discussion. It is not a worthy discussion for me to have with someone who begins the discussion by saying that, the Jews control everything and I hate the Jews and the Jews control this and that and the other thing and the Jews control you. It's just nonsense. I mean, it's and you have not heard the term anti-Semitism come out of my mouth, because I try not to put those motivational things inside of people's heads. I just let their words speak for them, and we can all hear it. You can hear the difference in conversation. So now, if you don't like the fact that AIPAC exists, then elect politicians that refuse to take money from AIPAC, and at some point, AIPAC will cease to exist. But if you want to build a structure that would eliminate AIPAC from its ability as an American entity to raise money for the interest of promoting relations between Israel and the United States of America, and to elect pro-Israel candidates to the American system of government, well, then that's a bigger conversation about money and speech, and why would you do that for this entity but not that for this entity? The argument is always, well, they're a foreign. No, they're not. I mean, the money does not track that they are a foreign interest. It is an American political action committee, whether you like it or not. And I know that a lot of people don't like me saying that. Whatever. So until and unless you tell me of a system by which we don't allow groups of people to get together anymore and collect their money and pool their money and try to present their interest to the elected officials across the United States of America, then I don't know what to tell you. Because that's a matter of freedom of speech and freedom of association and freedom to petition the government for a redress of grievances. All of those things that we talk about in the First Amendment, that's what special interest money is. That's what they do, whether it's the pharmaceutical industry or the NRA. And I find it fascinating, and I'm not talking about Matt necessarily, but I find it fascinating that we focus on those special interests that we disagree with, and we give a pass to those special interests that we find ourselves a part of. It's a political blind spot, in my opinion. 22 after the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I love the call. Look, I love the call with Matt. Thank you. See, Matts can be civil to one another. I appreciate the telephone call. I would love it if you gave us a call at 615-737-9986, 615-737-9986. And thank you, Matt, for calling in. Hope you enjoyed it. I had to gig him a little bit because he gigged me on the super text line. It was like, Here, Matt Murphy getting his $7,000 from Israel. Like, what? I mean, I support Israel, and if they're handing out $7,000 checks and I'm not getting some of that, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, is that going to be retroactive?
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, because we're going to party. Y'all, if I got some checks coming to me, this radio show is going out on the road.
Where are we going?
We're going to hit Broadway and maybe other locations of a more adventurous nature. I don't know.
$7,000. You and Ken can split a beer.
No, I feel like, well, that's a great point. Now that the property taxes are going into effect, they're going to have to change those $6 beer signs to $10.
$6?
No, I just don't. Ken, have you seen the billboards? I don't want to live in a world where some of these Broadway establishments, hey, I'll give them as an example because it's true, because I love nudies, right?
Yeah.
Come to nudies, $6 beers.
Wow.
It's like, that's a big point of emphasis.
That's cheap down there.
Oh, yes. Cheap.
What is it, Nat Light?
Probably. Yeah,
Pabst.
Probably Natty Light. Oh, if it's Pabst, I'll take one of those. I'll take two.
Well, that's the Blue Ribbon.
Roberts used to have the recession special. I don't know if they still have it or not.
What was that?
It was no. This is good, Ken. This is our kind of joint. That's why Roberts Western World is my second favorite bar on Broadway.
Have you been to the stage?
I've not been to the stage. I have been to the stage. I like the stage. I like bootleggers.
Been to Post Malone's new bar?
I have not been to Post Malone.
I like it.
Is it one of those modern, big old fancy?
It's got a bunch of different floors with a bunch of different. You can pick your vibe.
Yeah, I don't. Too many people. I just like old school. I'm better off at Dino's down in East Nashville than I am at any of these places, or the Batter's Box, something like that. But at Roberts Western World, I don't know if this is still the case because I hadn't been in like a year.
Yeah.
You get a bologna sandwich, bag of chips, PBR, $10.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they fry the bologna?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Weaver.
I didn't know that.
Ken will be there for lunch tomorrow.
Ken, I'll take you. We need to go.
I need to start buying me one of those big old things of bologna.
Oh, man. I smoked one time on my smoker, Ken. You score it just right and then put it in there and smoke it for about 3 hours.
Oh.
Make you slap your mama.
Yes, sir.
I love me a good old slab of bologna. My grandpa used to tell the story. Pa used to love telling the story. We went out to, it was at the Western Sizzlin'.
Yes.
And I was a young kid. My mama was having a procedure done after her brain surgery, and we were in Augusta. We went to the Western Sizzlin', and I don't remember doing this, but my grandpa always said that I asked the lady if she had bologna.
Yes, sir.
And she said no.
Oh.
Young man, we do not. I asked the waitress if we had, do you have bologna? And she said no. And he said he was so disappointed that he wasn't going to get his bologna. So he had to eat a steak. That's the way we rolled. Speaking of rolling, several people, for some reason, Jackson, are asking me to tell you roll.
Don't say it.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
Roll what?
I don't know.
What's that about?
I don't know what that means. You okay?
I'm okay.
You gonna be all right?
I just want to keep my baseball coach right now.
You still got everything in front of you, brother. Everything's in front of you. Everything's in front of y'all. I mean, I believe that. If y'all went out, I believe. Don't you think, Ken?
Well, yes.
If
we just got to beat those Sooners.
No, sir.
Well, I mean, that's something that you'd have to do.
I don't want it to happen.
If you lose to the Sooners, you're out.
Because we got a bye week this week. We're heading up to Kentucky for some team bonding in Lexington.
You better look out, dude.
We're all going to Kroger.
Watch out. That's what Texas said, man.
Texas is terrible.
They are pretty bad.
Ken, how did y'all lose to Texas?
I mean,
because we tried to play a quarterback with a broken hand too soon. And then you got tight ends who can't block, but you're running inside zone. What in the world are you doing? Your tight ends can't block inside zone.
Just let them go, Matt.
It's like that scene in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Snots. Word of warning, though, Clark, if he gets going on you, best just let him finish.
You know what? I think it might work this time, fellas.
Let's just let him mumble till he does the news. So they're doing construction work at the White House, and liberals are freaking out because that's what liberals do. You know, the Trump administration has decided to expand on the, I guess it's the east side of the White House, and create a bigger, better ballroom that can fit more people. I've been to the White House. I mean, I'm not saying anything special. I've been to tours of the White House, right? And it's not as big as you think it would be. Even the Oval Office is not as big as you would think it would be. Particularly the main structure and the East Room, which is where they hold a lot of these ceremonial functions. It's not a big place. It's not as, I mean, it's big. It's a ballroom, but it's big by, 1890s standards. It's not big by 2025 standards. So anyway, Donald Trump is doing some construction work. He's building a bigger ballroom and paying for it himself. And liberals are absolutely freaking out about it. Forget the fact that just about every president that has been president has done some sort of renovation or some sort of addition. They always do their own things, depending on their particular.
He's coughing.
Pardon me, likes or dislikes. I'm coughing. Never mind. Don't answer. Don't answer that. You know what you could do while I cough? Hey, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Time for Nincompoops in the news. You ready?
I'm ready.
Where's your nincompoop from, Ken?
Mine is from Nashville, Tennessee,
All right,
boys.
that's very good. Very good. I like hearing that because yours is from Nashville. Where's yours from? This is what we do because we're always worried that we're going to duplicate. Where's yours from, Jackson?
Mine is also from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, son of a biscuit
I'm just
eater.
kidding. It's
No.
Kansas, Ken. I just wanted to mess with you.
Jackson.
Mine's from Florida.
Who's going first? Who won?
I don't remember who won on Friday. We need to be better about it. We need to designate an official. If there was someone with the ability to count these things up and figure all of this out.
We need an intern is what we need.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there was someone that could produce those numbers for us on a daily basis.
The world may never know. But, when in doubt,
Go to Ken Weaver.
take it away, Ken.
All right, boys. My Nincompoops is a woman sets man's tent on fire in Nashville, charged with arson. A woman is accused of setting a man's tent on fire in downtown Nashville. She told officers she did it because the man was whispering to her.
Oh, whispering.
And apparently it wasn't sweet nothings.
Aw.
The man was inside of the tent at the time the fire was ignited.
You need to burn this tent down. Is that what he was whispering?
You sure are ugly.
You've got a pretty mouth.
Your mom is ugly, too. And she's got a rip in her couch.
Can I pet that dog?
The report states that the man who lives in a homeless camp behind the Riverfront train station was inside his tent when he noticed it was partially on fire.
Uh-oh.
He was able to get out and extinguish the fire. The man said he then noticed Marissa Muse and believes she set his tent on fire because her tent is right next to his. The man then called the Metro Nashville Police Department. According to the affidavit, when officers spoke to Muse, she reportedly admitting to setting the fire to the man's tent.
What?
She is charged with felony aggravated arson.
Ken, I'm guilty of not paying close enough attention right at the beginning of this story.
Yes, sir.
These are urban outdoorsmen and women?
Yeah.
Is that a good way to put it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but they have phones?
Apparently, yes. Because I don't know if any payphone.
I mean, I don't. Right. So these are what we would our unhoused population.
Unhoused population got phones.
And they've got some phones.
Yes, sir.
And this one fella was whispering to another lady.
His whispering at her.
And she didn't like that.
She didn't like it at all. Apparently not.
And so she burned his tent down.
She set it right on fire while he was in it.
Good gracious. Man. Add that to the list of dangers of being homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got enough. Don't these poor folk have enough going on? Begging for loose change down there? I mean, and now we got to worry about our fellow urban outdoorsmen burning our property to the ground.
Yes.
My goodness gracious. So she was charged, huh?
She was.
Well, at least she got a roof over her head. I mean, if we wanted to look on the bright side of things, she's got 3 squares coming for a little while.
Well, maybe that's what it was. Maybe she had run out of food.
I'm just imagining. This guy's trying to whisper to her. He's trying to get sweet on her.
Yeah, he was probably whispering sweet nothings.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't having any of it.
Come on over to my tent, babe. My tent's a double wide.
Yeah.
My tent's got those extra flappies on it.
Yeah.
Where you can let the breeze come through.
Right.
Hey, I won't. I'm not going to.
Careful, Brother Murphy.
I'm going to be nice. But then he goes, well, it didn't work out. Well, I'll get her tomorrow. I'll get her. I just need to go to bed and sleep off this Ripple or whatever the hell he's drinking. And then before you know it, whoosh. I bet those tents go up quick.
I would think they would.
My goodness, that's dangerous. Jackson.
Yes.
You want to go next?
Yes, let me pull my story up. Sorry, I got out of the way for Ken
that's
Weaver.
okay. We're still experiencing a camera-less Ken Weaver.
But the people need to see Ken Weaver.
Are we still blaming Joan Jones for that? I think so.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, it was Jones' fault.
Yeah.
All right, man arrested after asking for gas, saying not to call the cops while driving a stolen truck. This comes out of Crawford County, Kansas. A man in southeast Kansas was arrested over the weekend for stealing a truck, the sheriff's office says. The Crawford County Sheriff's Office said Saturday evening the deputies received a call that a man had pulled into a residence in a 2003 Chevrolet Silverado and asked the homeowner for gas and to not call the cops, which is a big old red flag, the sheriff's office said on Facebook. The truck was reported stolen earlier in the week. When deputies arrived at the home on Saturday evening, the truck was found with a different license plate. The driver, identified as Michael Jackson, and not the one who sang Billie Jean, the sheriff's office added was arrested for possessing stolen property.
I like how the sheriff says that was a big old red flag.
That's a big one.
You know what that fella needs to do? He needs to look at the man in the mirror.
If he had tried to run, it would have become a thriller.
He's bad.
I don't think he's going to wait. This case is going to be tough for him. I don't think he's going to beat it.
Yeah, there you go.
Landed the plane.
There you go. I like that.
It's hard to put beat it in.
It's he'll probably get bailed out of jail by his girlfriend. You know her,
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean. Gainesville, Florida. I don't know that I've ever had a Florida man story.
Gainesville, the Gators.
As long as we've done Nincompoops in the news, but I
Is
finally
it Billy Napier?
I finally have myself. No, that'd be a good one though, huh? Man, oh man, I was lobbying hard to keep old Billy. Every other team in the SEC.
Lifetime contract.
Lifetime contract for Billy Napier, baby.
You guys.
Lifetime contract for that fella. I
Him
can't
and
believe
Brent
it.
Venables.
Well, I mean, I'm so pleased. Jackson, there's no call.
Hey, the next 2 weeks are Ken Weaver hate week.
Jackson, there's no call for that.
Oh.
There's so many different teams. Let's see some Vandy violence.
They're too good right now.
Man.
Yeah, you better look out for
Hey,
them.
y'all see who's coming to town?
Yes,
College game day.
College game day's coming to town. How about that?
I bet it's going to be a nightmare getting downtown Saturday.
Going to be a hoot on Saturday. All right, Gainesville, Florida, and this is not about Billy Napier. Putnam County Sheriff's deputies arrested a man after they say he threatened his neighbor with a knife. Sheriff's deputies arrested a man by the name of Minor Catledge, and I'm not making that up. C-A-T-L-E-D-G-E, Catledge, on Friday with the charge of aggravated assault. Deputies say Catledge confronted his neighbor, who he said was walking her dog on a public path adjacent to his property, but he claimed it was on his property. According to the victim, Catledge said that the public path was his, and he told her that she should not come back there again, and if she did, he was going to eat her dog.
Goodness.
Deputies responded and spoke to Catledge about the property dispute. They left believing the incident was resolved. About an hour later, Catledge went onto the victim's property and began to threaten her and her family with a knife. while the police responded to the threat and took Cartledge into custody, or Catledge, that is, into custody. And apparently on the way to jail, Catledge told deputies that he planned, when he got out of jail, to beat the victim and eat her dog.
Goodness.
He was booked on a $5,000 bond. No word on whether or not he is back out of jail. So,
what kind of commitment was he making? Was it a big dog or a little dog?
I don't see the story does not say, Jackson, and I looked for it because I was wondering, what are we talking about here? We're talking about a Great Dane sized deal, because that's a commitment.
That's a meal.
Or are we talking about a little Yorkie?
A snack or a meal?
Yeah, I mean, and what
fat wiener.
What was the obsession about eating the dog? I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat your dog.
I'm going to eat your dog.
So, true story, and that's Nincompoops in the news, by the way. We'll play the music in a second. True story. Oh, yeah, just go ahead and play. Just go ahead and play. Yeah, there you go. So, a coworker of mine in Birmingham, Alabama, this went to the Alabama Supreme Court. This is a true story, and nobody ever believes it when I tell the story. She was living in a neighborhood, and one of her neighbors kept allowing their dogs to go to the bathroom on her property.
Oh.
And so she started going out around the time that they were going out, saying, hey, y'all need to stop doing that. Well, eventually somebody got sued. Guess who got sued?
She did?
Valerie got sued.
For
harassment.
You're kidding me.
This dude was an attorney, and it was his drunk wife that kept walking the dogs in Valerie's yard. And they kept going number 2 in her yard. And she tried to put a stop to it, and he sued her for harassment. Went all the way to the Alabama Supreme Court before she won that case. Wow. And then they had to pay all the monetary recompense. Just a fascinating story. Yeah, there's weird people in the world. Don't let your dadgum dog go on somebody else's property.
Pick up after your dog.
Pick up after your dog. I mean, what would you do if I went running around pooping on your yard? You wouldn't like it. You would expect me to pick up after myself, now wouldn't you? I think you would. That's how we play Nincompoops in the news. You can vote for Jackson Williams, but I would not advise it. You can vote for Ken Weaver, and he's a nicer guy, so I would maybe advise that. Or you can vote for me, Matt Murphy.
I don't advise that.
Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Oh, yeah. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. We missed so many, Jackson. There were so many other awful Michael Jackson plays on words or puns that we could have done. I mean, the fella you were talking about who was named Michael Jackson, right?
Yes.
And he want to be starting something, apparently.
He was trying to get to his pretty young thing.
Well, he wasn't a very smooth criminal.
Well, he was off the wall.
See. Now, give it a minute and we can catch up. He can catch up. So I'm getting a lot of Weaver for the win.
Yay!
I'm getting a lot of that. I think they just like you a lot. 2774 says, can I eat that dog? Can I eat that dog? Let me eat that dog. I'm not going to let you eat that dog. And what was it? Oh, there are several of you on the Super Text line that are offering pickup lines for the outdoor or the outdoor adventurer, the urban outdoorsmen.
Next door neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Tent neighbors.
Hey, I got me a new pine tree air freshener from a tent. You want to come over here and smell that thing? Eric is not into it, though. He said that the story was too intense.
What, the fire story?
Get it? It's too intense.
Oh, yes. That's great.
That's awesome. This is too intense.
Went right over my head.
Oh, man. It reminds me of it. I wouldn't have gotten it either, Ken, but I remember that old joke is that the guy goes to the doctor.
Yes.
He says, doctor, you got to help me. And the doctor says, well, what seems to be the problem? He goes, a minute I'm a wigwam, and then I'm a teepee, and I'm a wigwam, and I'm a teepee, and I'm a wigwam, and I'm a teepee. And the doctor says, calm down. You're too intense.
See, I love jokes like
so
that, man.
Stupid, so stupid.
I love it. That's why I've got this whole deck of dad jokes on cards in here.
We need to do a daily Ken Weaver dad joke.
Yeah.
I got one more Michael Jackson joke.
Okay, go. And then you got to play the music
When
because
he
Ken
asked,
needs to do
when
the
he
music.
asked for the gas, he said he wasn't going to stop till he got enough.
I mean, if we want to go back, I think this perpetrator probably didn't study in school.
He didn't know his ABCs.
He didn't know his. Dad, come you beat me to it.
The police said they don't rock with you.
You done yet? Just reading the super text line now, are
No,
you?
in a prison cell, he said you were not alone.
Jackson's got all of the song titles up on the computer.
You're just reading from the list of hits.
He was just trying to jam.
Yeah? Yeah? Is that it?
The original owner of the car said, I want you back.
I don't know if I'm coming back or not. There's another hour to go. Let's find out together on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
The court system says heaven can wait.